Now on Nightside, a bill is moving through Olympia that could change the legal blood alcohol limit. Why critics of the bill say this won't stop drunk driving.
Light rain is moving across the region right now. I'll let you know if it's going to be a soggy or snowy start to Friday in the first alert forecast.
And one of Gonzaga's biggest stars is returning from an injury. How Graham Ike and the Zags are preparing to take down their rivals, the St. Mary's Gales. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. A proposed bill making its way through Olympia could make our streets safer. Good evening and thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. State lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit from 0.08 to 0.05. The proposal comes as DUI arrests surge statewide. Washington State Patrol arrested 946 people for DUIs in Spokane County in 2025. That's 300 more than in 2021. Traffic safety officials say impairment ranks at the top as the top cause of fatal crashes in Washington, but some are raising concerns about how effective this change would actually be.
The deterrence factor may not be as impactful as our state legislature believes, because the deterrence is for somebody that would be in between that 0.05 to 0.08 range and having them make the decision of whether they're going to have another glass of wine with dinner. Often DUIs result in BAC levels mostly above 0.12 and above.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says a BAC of 0.05 can impact coordination and the ability to steer. The bill has already passed the Senate and now heads to the House. If passed, Washington would join Utah as the states with the lowest legal limits in the country. Also in Olympia, a bill moving through the legislature would provide much-needed relief for the Medical Lake School District. The school district serves students both on and off Fairchild Air Force Base and has been struggling with funding for school construction projects. Hallett Elementary faces a capacity crisis and needs major renovations. The current state funding system blocks Hallett from receiving money because another school in the district has not reached capacity. But that school, Michael Anderson Elementary, is on the base. The school can hold 600 students, but it only has 400 right now. And there's a reason for those empty seats.
You can't just shift people over because they're not military connected. You know, these students aren't necessarily able to go onto military installations. It's a secured facility.
That's State Senator Leonard Christian, the sponsor of this bill. The district estimates it could receive $14 million in state matching funds if the bill passes. Without the new legislation, Medical Lake residents would have to pay for renovations through local taxes. Senate Bill 5901 now heads to the Senate Ways and Means Committee. A new bill in Idaho hopes to prevent convicted criminals from making money off of selling their stories. Sponsors of the bill say high-profile cases like Brian Koberger's trial inspired the bill. Several states have laws that require the profits from a criminal's sale of their story for a book, movie, or other media to be put into an account and distributed to victims. Idaho's law currently only applies to reenactments of crimes, so legislators decided it's time to update those regulations.
Technology's changed, and the way that we're able to bring about entertainment and things like that has changed. So yeah, in modernizing it, I wanted to make sure we were including things like podcasts and books and movies and appearances and licensing, things along those lines.
Now, sponsors of the bill are expected to have widespread support in the House and Senate. If it passes, it would go into effect in July of this year. In Washington, D.C. today, a partial government shutdown has been avoided, according to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who says a bipartisan funding deal has been reached. According to Schumer, the deal would fund most of the government through the end of September, with the exception of the Department of Homeland Security. That department, which includes ICE, will only be funded for 2 more weeks. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, I guess the word of the day is damp.
Yes, it has been a gray and damp day. Only a trace of precipitation at the airport today, but we had a low cloud and fog deck and wet roads, making it feel like a rainy day. We now have precipitation starting to move through the region. It is very light, and it is all in the form of rain, and we will keep it as rain in the valleys with with snow only in the mountain locations and not a lot of it. This is very light precipitation. Our temperature right now is still 39 degrees in Spokane. It's 36 in Coeur d'Alene, 34 in Sandpoint, and 39 in Moscow and Pullman. And these temperatures are not going to drop much at all from their current readings. We're already at the dew point. Some patchy fog, nothing particularly widespread or dense. Our chance of precipitation through the night peaking around 2 a.m. and then starting to taper off. Finally, we're going to start the day off dry tomorrow before we bring in another chance of rain in the afternoon. But it is not going to be a dry day by any means. We have that chance of measurable rain through tomorrow at 6 p.m. These are some of the rainfall totals we could see around the region. In general, less than 0.2 of an inch, but we get some moisture out of this system. High temperatures tomorrow will be 10 degrees above average, 46 in Spokane, 47 in Coeur d'Alene, 55 tomorrow in Lewiston, and we'll be in the 40s throughout the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, Eric.
Sounds good, Chris. Thank you. As we count down to Super Bowl 60, so many fans are cheering for the Seahawks as they get ready to take on the Patriots. But one Spokane charity, Friends of the Children of Eastern Washington, is cheering for another reason. Its national chapter was selected to receive a grant from the NFL's Inspire Change initiative. Local reps are hoping the attention surrounding the Super Bowl will shine a light on them as well.
National is where the recognition comes in, but locally it's really going to help us. It's going to bring additional resources in to help. It's going to mean better training for our staff and our mentors, additional supports for our kids, and then obviously the NFL is a huge stage, so it's going to bring a lot of visibility to the work.
Nationally, the nonprofit will receive a $200,000 grant. Friends of the Children focuses on young people who are facing obstacles, and it has professional mentors who help these kids as they grow up. The NFL's Inspire Change program recognizes a select few nonprofit organizations throughout the country with the aim of reducing barriers to opportunity. All right, Gonzaga faces the St. Mary's Gales on Saturday, Jack, in a key battle in the race for the WCC crown.
The Zags still sit unbeaten in conference play, the last in the WCC, and look for their second straight win over St. Mary's. Building off a WCC tournament title, Gonzaga, they're primed for a big win with a 21-1 start, all helped by star big Graham Mike, now back. He combined with Jalen Worley will need to do their best to slow down this guy. Top Gale scorer Paulius Maruskas averaging over 19 points and almost 8 rebounds a game. In last season's WCC title game, the Lithuanian star managed 0 points on 0 for 7 shooting, but he remains a big problem for the Zags to contend with. Worley spoke today about this challenge and how the Zags can face it head on.
Yeah, no, he's really talented. They're well coached as well, so they put him in some really good spots. So I think it's just going to be a team defensive type of thing. We got a lot of guys who I think will make his life a little difficult, make his shots, maybe a little bit harder than he's accustomed to, but it'll come down to playing 5-on-5 so we can have great help defense and kind of pressure him and use, we're such a deep team, so we can use all the different size and lineups on them. I think it'll really bother him.
Worley and the Zags face the Gales Saturday night at 7:30 in the Kennel. We're going to have a few more previews with this huge game later in the show, plus high school wrestling spirit nights across GSL was so much fun, very loud. Derek, back to you.
All right, Jack, thank you so much. ESPN analyst Sean Farnham will be on the call for Saturday's Zags game, which means it's the return of Farnham Flatbread Night at the Davenport Tower tomorrow. The dish is named after Farnham, who loved the spicy shrimp and pesto flatbread at the Safari Room so much that they named it after him. He'll be there tomorrow night between 4 and 6 p.m. to deliver those flatbreads. He stopped by our studio to talk about how this could be the last Farnham Flatbread Night because the Zags and Gales won't be conference rivals next year when Gonzaga moves to the Pac-12.
It won't feel the same because it won't have the added significance of like, hey, this is for the NCAA tournament. What it will be is just a great game.
All proceeds from the happy hour event tomorrow will go to the American Cancer Society. Tomorrow, people across the country are expected to come together for a protest against ICE. Organizers are calling it a national shutdown, asking that people not work, not show up for school, and not shop on January 30th. Here's CNN's Lee Waldman to explain the goal of this protest.
I'm so proud of the way our community has responded, but at the same time, we need more from people in positions of power to protect us.
A coalition of organizations across the country are coming together to demand an end to immigration and customs enforcement happening across the U.S. Ben Lewis and Amy Harborn are a part of a union at the University of Minnesota representing graduate workers. Their group is helping arrange a national shutdown Friday. They're calling for no work, no school, and no shopping.
For a lot of these organizers, we understand that it's money that, makes a big statement.
On the website promoting the shutdown, organizers write, quote, "The people of the Twin Cities have shown the way for the whole country. To stop ICE's reign of terror, we need to shut it down." Robert Pape, a political science professor at the University of Chicago, says we are at a crucial moment for our nation's history.
This impacts both Democrats and Republicans. Protest is democracy in action. Protest is crucial.
When looking at the January 30th nationwide protest spurred in part by the shooting deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, he says it's important things remain peaceful across the board.
This seems like a moment in history where the tide of the public can't be denied. This turns on its staying peaceful. That is what's crucial.
In New York, Emily Waldman.
In Minneapolis, Border Czar Tom Homan says he may reduce the 3,000 federal agents in the city if local leaders cooperate with immigration operations. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison says he didn't negotiate or come to any agreement with Homan on the goal of keeping Minnesotans safe. Ellison says he shared concerns with Homan and asked him to take those concerns to Washington, D.C.
President Trump and I, along with others in the administration, have recognized that certain improvements could and should be made.
Homan did stress that targeted enforcement operations will continue and that they'll be focusing on criminals who are in the U.S. illegally. All right, still ahead here on Nightside, why midwives across the region are seeing an increase in demand. And we're tracking more wet weather in the forecast. We'll tell you if we're expecting snow when we come back.
Tonight, it is easy being green. What is cleaner, the swamp you grew up in or Hollywood Boulevard?
Gee, that's a close call. No, I'm kidding. It's a swamp.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Saturday primetime, Mavericks, Rockets on ABC.
Decades-old mysteries, shocking twists, killers who hid in plain sight. 4 News Now revisits the darkest moments in Spokane history. Watch the 509's most notorious crimes. Episode streaming now, only on KXLY+.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Did you or someone you know live, work, or enjoy time in Lincoln County, Montana at least 10 years ago? If so, you may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. 1 in 4 screened have developed an asbestos-related disease. Hope is here. The Center for Asbestos-Related Disease, CARD, in Libby, provides free screenings, care, and resources to those impacted by asbestos exposure. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Contact the CARD Clinic, comprehensive care for exposure and disease.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
New tonight.
The main event in Washington, the premiere of Melania's documentary. Not since The Terminator has there been this much excitement for a movie about a European cyborg.
Plus, Kaylee Cuoco and Kermit the Frog. New Kimmel tonight on ABC.
Avalanche, Red Wings, Rangers, Penguins on ABC and the ESPN app.
Welcome back to Nightside. Here's a live look outside at New America Veterans Arena, where we are getting some light rain out there right now. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here with us, and what more wet than white, I think, is what we said yesterday when it comes to our January precipitation.
Absolutely, and especially in the coming 7 days, where we're going to be seeing our temperatures 10 degrees above average. Right now, it's 39 degrees in Spokane, so yes, it is rain. A little bit cooler in Coeur d'Alene, 36, but we are not going to see these temperatures dropping much from the current readings. We do have some patchy fog forming around the region. I got a report from a homebound returning college student that there was some fog in between Spokane and Moscow, but not showing up so much on our visibility. Sandpoint visibility down to 2 miles, 6 mile visibility in Coeur d'Alene, but they're socked in Colville and Omak. Our forecast for fog focuses on the northern valleys as well as parts of the Columbia Basin. The red indicating where we're going to see the more dense fog. As you can see, Moses Lake area heading down I-90 tomorrow morning. This is 8 a.m. You're going to find some dense fog there and pockets elsewhere around the region as well. 4 things to know about your forecast. More wet weather is on the way. It is going to be unseasonably warm with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. We are going to be drying out this weekend, but it's going to be one of those weekends where we might not get any precipitation, but we'll have the low clouds and fog and a lot of wet roads and sidewalks, even if it isn't raining. That is the case on Friday. 0% chance of rain in the morning, but it's still going to be overcast. Temperatures will be in the mid 30s to upper 30s through the morning. We'll be in the 40s by 11 o'clock. Then we do have a chance of showers showing up in the early afternoon, and that will begin tapering off to just the possibility of a sprinkle or two in the evening before drying off completely as we get into Friday night. Temperatures over the next 7 days. This white line is our average high. We are going to be well above average through the 7-day forecast, even close to 50 degrees next Thursday. Indications are we're going to keep that trend of above average temperatures going right on through next weekend and potentially beyond. Some patchy fog, low clouds, a 50% chance of measurable rain tomorrow. Overnight lows above freezing until we get into next week, and we're going to start to see some clearing, perhaps some sunshine during the day, and that will allow those temperatures to drop down below freezing at night. Beautiful pick of the night, a moody sky here. This does not look much like January in the inland Northwest. You can see some of the winter wheat that is already green and looking good, and it almost looks like spring. Feels like spring, Derek. So we could still get some snow going, though. And this photo is from Ron Burdick.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, midwives across North Idaho are seeing more expectant mothers seeking their services. State data shows out-of-hospital births increased by 2% in the Panhandle. Some North Idaho counties, like Bonner, have seen increases of up to 5%. Midwives attribute the increase to a few things. One is a growing interest in moms having babies outside of the hospital, and another is a lack of access to care.
We don't have enough midwives in this area to answer all of the inquiries. That's the true need right now.
Andrea Rolkin owns In the Vine Midwifery in Post Falls. Her facility features 2 birth suites designed to feel like home for expecting mothers. Medical experts say the surge started after the pandemic. While it can be challenging for midwives to keep up with rising demand, they believe this is filling a growing need, one birth at a time. All right, next year on Nightside, 4,000 homes in Airway Heights have water filters to remove dangerous PFAS chemicals. But are those filters actually working? We'll tell you about the study that will determine if they are when we return.
Later tonight on Nightline, explosive testimony from the husband in the au pair double murder trial. What he said with bloodstained hands shortly after the killings. Plus, Paris Hilton pulling back the curtain on what was really going on behind her seemingly glamorous life.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
RV show pricing continues now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Yes, every RV in stock at R&R RV Liberty Lake is show priced. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show priced. Now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Shop online at rnrrv.com or visit R&R RV in Liberty Lake, Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
Tastes like money. To Oliver, eating here instead of buying a stadium hot dog is like putting away $20. If Oliver sees sandwiches as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo's right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Whoops. However you make money work, we can work with that.
It's Truck Month at Findlay Downtown Toyota, and that means our lot is stacked and packed full with over 100 of the best Toyota Tundras, Tacoma trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we have repriced all vehicles on our website. Just visit FindlayToyotaSpokane.com to get your best price from our great selection. And right now, you can delay all payments for 90 days. So if you're even thinking of a new truck for winter, come on down to Findlay.
4 News Now is brought to you by the National RV Show and Sale, January 15th through the 19th.
Welcome back. We've covered the dangers of so-called PFAS for years. About 4,000 homes in Airway Heights are dealing with these forever chemicals in their water. It comes from firefighting foam used at Fairchild Air Force Base and the Spokane Airport. Now, a new study is being done to see if the water filters in their homes are actually removing PFAS from the drinking water. The Department of Defense installed more than 100 filters in homes aimed at making the water safe to use. But now homeowners want to know how well those filter systems are working.
PFAS is odorless, colorless, tasteless in parts per trillion. So there's no way for a homeowner to test whether the water coming out of the filter is actually pure.
They're partnering with a professor from the University of Colorado who will lead a research project that involves the testing of 60 homes with existing filters to see if they are actually producing clean water. If you're in need of clean water and qualify under the Fairchild Air Force Base study area, water delivery and filter sheds are available upon request. All right, now for some of our top trending stories in the 4 News Now Story Tracker. Tomorrow at Riverfront Park, Spokane Public Schools and Launch NW are presenting Engage in Real Life Winterfest. Families can enjoy the Loof Carousel, the skating ribbon, and attend a conversation with cast members from Disney's The Lion King. The event runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and is free to attend. Remember, no school tomorrow in Spokane. Next, a car crashed into the side of an apartment building in North Spokane last night, displacing a family of 8, according to Spokane County Fire District 9. Fire officials said the driver accidentally pressed the gas pedal instead of the brake, causing the car to jump a curb and slam into the bottom unit. No injuries were reported. And topping the list, the Spokane Police Department says it's arrested 5 teens for charges including kidnapping, assault, and robbery. The arrests come after police received a video showing a male being assaulted while restrained in a chair. The victim was also threatened with guns. The suspects' ages range from 15 to 17. 3 of their cases will be handled in Spokane Superior Court, while the other 2 will stay in Juvenile Superior Court. You can find each of these stories and more at KXLY.com. All right, tonight saw the return of 2 rowdy high school wrestling rivalry meets.
The King of the Hill and Battle of the Bone rocked the Inland Northwest. We'll take you to the action on the Lewis and Clark and U-High mats coming up next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
It looked like she fought. It was almost like she was talking from the grave.
A young girl, 20 years old, brutally murdered.
Somebody knew something, and nobody was talking.
Friday night, a stunning true crime mystery.
Every single person in her life was a suspect.
And then a clue hiding in plain sight.
Oh my God.
What the killer left behind. The all-new 2020 Friday night on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Thanks for helping out today, Davis. Hey, how did you convince Gonzaga this was important enough to send you out?
Oh, easy. I just told him the truth.
Which is what?
That there was a customer without heat.
Oh, okay.
And you had no chance of fixing it without my help.
You just hold the flashlight.
Well, yeah. I doubt you could fix this in the dark.
Really?
Call 208-777-5528 now to schedule your $26 tune-up.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for under $30,000, plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan, only at your local Ford dealer.
High school sports this time of year is often thought of as basketball season, but wrestling is the main event tonight with King of the Hill and Battle of the Bone going down in the Inland Northwest. What a massive crowd tonight under the light for this wrestling match. It's U-High and Central Valley battling it out for the bone. Our first bout underway at 190 pounds between Jackson Leffler of University and Caleb Klaus of CV. What a move by Leffler, flipping around. He's got Klaus where he wants him, prime position for a takedown, but wait, he's nearly got the pin in the first period. Leffler still holding steady, and it's called. He's hyping the already boisterous Titans crowd up with a 6-0 start, and we end up with a super tight match tonight. U-High taking the meat and the Battle of the Bone, 48-32. Another fantastic crowd representing the Ferris Saxons and Lewis and Clark Tigers tonight at the King of the Hill. Last season, Lewis and Clark broke an 8-year drought to win the trophy back, and they did it again this season. Back-to-back wins with a 47-26 final decision. LC broke out to a sizable lead early, with Ferris taking 2 of the final 4 matches to help score 26, but they trailed 41-8 at one point. A huge GSL meet brings this Saturday. It begins at 9 a.m., capping off the regular season. It's at Rogers and includes East Valley, U-High, LC, Central Valley, and Ferris. Gonzaga women's basketball let their healthy lead falter in their game at San Francisco, but did recover in overtime, posting a 74-66 road dub. Lauren Whitaker led the way in scoring with 17. True freshman Jaden Hale hauling in 13 rebounds off the bench. The Zags led for almost 90% of the game and never trailed in overtime. And the next suit up for another road contest at the Washington State Cougars this Saturday at 7 p.m. And speaking of the Cougs, they could not hang with the WCC, leading Santa Clara Broncos tonight, 102-71 the final. First time Santa Clara has ever scored triple digits against the Cougs, and 19 Wazoo turnovers translated into 29 Bronco fast break points did not help much either. As mentioned, the Cougs' next game hosting the Zags. It's Wazoo's only home contest across a 5-game stretch, just their second at home across an 8-game stretch. The Eastern Washington Eagles and Isaiah Moses could not do enough damage to the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks, falling 92-86. The Eagles posted an impressive 51-point second half. Moses scoring tied for career-high 30 points. Eastern allowed NAU to shoot a bonkers 60% from 3 and only forced 5 Lumberjack turnovers. EWU closes their week of play at Northern Colorado this Saturday at 1 p.m. And rounding out our basketball evening, the Idaho Vandals suffered an upset road loss to Northern Colorado, gifting the Bears just their second conference win this season. Quinn Denker dropped a career-high 35 points for UNC, helping snap a 5-game losing streak. Jackson Rasmussen, he's been great all year. He led the V's with 26 points and 6 boards, but the loss puts them now 3 games outside of first in the Big Sky. Idaho wraps their weekend road trip at Northern Arizona. Tip-off coming Saturday at 5 p.m. We now have our first look at the field art for Super Bowl 60, the normal NFL shield at midfield. Super Bowl logo at the 25-yard line is nothing new here, but followed by the Seahawks word mark and team logo on the right, Patriots all on the left. This marks the 23rd year of the midfield logo template and the 11th straight year with no AFC or NFC logos in the end zone, a trend discontinued right after the last Seahawks Super Bowl against the Pats, Super Bowl 49. And not just the field, we have the uniforms too, both teams sticking with their winningest fits of the year. The Hawks will go with an all-navy look with 3 patches, Super Bowl America 250 and the 50th anniversary, pretty busy. And now for New England, they have silver helmets, white jerseys and pants, plus Super Bowl 250 patches, all that stuff, plus the captain's patch for select players, a tradition Mike McDonald does not employ with Seattle. Both teams are unbeaten this season when wearing those combos. So are you a fan of the all-mono look? The Patriots need like navy pants or something. I'm not a fan.
It's not great. Seahawks win the uniform battle hands down. It's a good opening sign. We'll be right back.
To sell out in Philadelphia, and here we come. Tomorrow morning, Robin Roberts, GMA, and some of the greatest players in women's basketball all in Philly live. And Wanda Sykes is going to be there too. Tomorrow morning.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What are you working on there, Donnie?
I'm writing a list of the best reasons to call the advocates.
Oh, fun. You get a team dedicated for your case.
Right.
We'll go to work immediately to protect you from insurance bullies.
Of course.
We'll fight hard to get you the very best result.
Also good.
Well, let's see your list.
It's a little shorter than what you said, but I think I captured it.
Great list. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet.
Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam.
They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
The selection and savings have never been better at Findlay Downtown Toyota, including an entire city block full of used, recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. So if you want the best price on a vehicle you're looking for, just go to FindlayToyotaSpokane.com to check out our inventory and get a quote. Plus, great financing is available now. This week at Findlay.
Findlay Toyota's downtown. You could help make life-changing wishes come true for local kids with critical illnesses. 4 News Now is teaming up with Make-A-Wish for the Wishes in Flight mileage drive. Scan the QR code or visit KXLY.com today and donate your miles or points and help wishes take flight.
This is the American dream come true.
Shark Tank is casting for season 18.
This will determine your destiny. Help us grow this.
I'm so excited! Apply now for your chance to swim with the sharks.
I think this is your moment.
Shark Tank on ABC.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
All right, welcome back. An indoor petting zoo in Coeur d'Alene is welcoming some pretty special guests this week. 3 baby capybaras. Big Red's barn says it's temporarily babysitting these capybaras while they wait for warmer weather to travel to their forever home. All visitors will be able to see them until Sunday with some limited hands-on encounters. Aren't they just super cute? They just look like, I don't know, like giant hamsters or groundhogs or something.
That is going to be, there's going to be a line around Lake Coeur d'Alene to see those. Yes, they're ridiculous. I love them. Oh, Planning forecast, it is going to be warmer over the next 7 days. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Overnight lows close to freezing. We've got some more light rain coming in. Fog and low clouds through the weekend. It's not going to be an especially bright, sunshiny weekend, but it is going to be mild. And then we do have some rain coming in late Sunday into very, very early Monday. I was thinking all the money that all the counties and municipalities have saved on snow removal.
Boy, really?
And now we're not really freezing and thawing, and so there's not going to be as many potholes. We should have a big party or something.
You're not laying down as much of that de-icer or sand or whatever, too? Yeah. We should look into the party thing.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.